This is from K-Mac's stream last night. This is a tier list made up of K-Mac and like 8 other dudes who came up with this. And this is basically, how many Madden players is this? There's like 60 total? 68 players. 68 players ranked on a tier from S, A, B, C, D, F. Now, one thing they did that I didn't really agree with is that they also ranked in from like, they would say in this case, Dat Boy is better than, they would go Dat Boy is better than Boogs, Boogs better than Dez, Dez better than Justin. Justin better than Flag, etc., etc. I don't agree with that. I just think it's like super. I mean, I think that's like a super. It's not super representative. I got listed here. I am right here. So just above Rage, just above Dubby, Golden Glover, Dottie. Not sure who this is. That might be K. Dillon, Kurtobin, Trey Thomas. I actually agree with pretty much this list pretty... I don't know where Spreader is. It's weird. I actually agree with this list pretty much across the board for the most part. I don't like the idea that like it's ranked like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where's Throne? This is Madden. Throne, they said he's too good. I mean, Banks doesn't play. Banks doesn't. So this was also in relation to where people, the goal behind this was where people will rank next year in Madden, how good they'll be at next year's Madden. Okay, that was the goal behind this. And I mean, and you gotta think these are the. I don't see Throne, CC, or even Skimbo. Skimbo's up here. Yeah, I don't know where Throne and CC are. I'm not sure if they... but this is a list of the best Madden players in the world. Now, it's missed a couple people, but this list right here are basically the collection of the best Madden players in the world. So, like, C tier, these are, like, 20 through 40 best Madden players. So, like, it's not, hey, you're a C tier player. It's, you know what I mean? It's C tier of the given, whatchamacallit, of the given people. I was put right here. Near the bottom of C tier. Damn, respect my guy, User. User's too high. He is. Respect, like, he doesn't even play the game, I don't think. He's a commentator. Who ran the triple option. AI Nash, where is AI? I can't remember. It was Twitter pictures. I'm not sure. I think, or was it? That's Carey. I think that's Nash. Yeah, I kind of disagreed a little bit with who's ahead of me. But only a few. Like, I mean, everybody else, I can see the arguments for pretty much everybody. Like, I can see it from other people's point of view. And I would say the way I look at competitive Madden, I don't really look at it in tiers necessarily like this. I would say more so. I think and I seriously think this. I think these guys probably up until around. See, I think Spodo's better than Astro when he's playing. But, and this isn't like 100% accurate of how I would split it up. But I would say roughly the top 15 players. Like, I think the top 15 players are, and I think there's also a subset within them. I think the top 15 players are the best players, are the top 15 players. And I think the next 30 or 40 Madden players, obviously give or take, are so close together in skill level that if they win, like, they're just super close together in skill level. I really think that. User at D is atrocious. You think he should be higher? How is Skimbo not S tier? So Sean, the criteria was for it to be who's gonna, what you think they'll do next year. How good do you think they'll be next year? So, I mean, this is pretty good respect for Skimbo. Assuming Skimbo's going to stream everything he did, this is pretty good respect for Skimbo, right? This isn't like a bad tier. I mean, he's in a tier with Clef and Wesley. Yeah, we're not talking all the time. We're talking about what you would predict next year. I think that's a fair thing. Because you don't know. I mean, to be fair, also, Skimbo didn't make a live this year. Yeah, I mean, you can rank a lot of guys who are consistent. These guys here are consistently, typically the best. And that's what I'm saying. Like, these guys here are typically consistently the best. I would throw if Spoto, again, if some people, it depends if they play or not too. Like Spoto, I think Spoto is one of the best, but he doesn't play the game, so it's like, problem's too high, but like, respect to the GOAT word. Problem's too high if he just doesn't play the game. Is the first guy in D John Beast? I think is that John Beast in the profile pic? It's Katana King. It was by people's Twitter profiles. It's Katana King. No, it was. I think the list is fairly accurate. I really do. I think it's a pretty good list. I don't necessarily, again, like, and of course I'm biased for myself. But I definitely think of this, I think I'm in the C tier. I don't necessarily think everyone in this part of B should be here. I don't think Problem. I don't think, me personally, I don't think Kobo, but people say he's really good, but I don't see Kobo play ever. Goat Geezy is a B to A for me. Oh, Frankie. I mean, I very often say I'm not a top 15 player in the world. I think I'm just in the group of the next 30 Madden players. But I mean, I don't hate any of this. I would more so, if I was to do anything here, I would split C into like 2 halves maybe. I would say C's closer to being cut into 2 halves, and I would damn near like make it like high C, low C, I guess in this case, so you don't have to change all the other letters. I think if I'm 100% playing the game, I think I'm closer to the back end of here or at the top of here, but I also don't play the game. Do you think Volt should be higher in B? No, I think he's fine where he is. No, I think he's fine where he is. I'm looking at the people ahead of him. I mean, is Volt, you know what I mean? Like, that's how I feel, Frankie. Like, I seriously feel like that. Mills is right here. K-Mac didn't put himself on this list. I would just say, like, yeah, I truly feel like I think the best way to rank it is, or I just think the most accurate ranking, because like anybody here, if Dubby beat Kobo in a Madden game, would anybody be like, oh my god, I'm shocked? Like, yeah, that's fair. Like, if Nini beat, is that Nini? If Nini beat Mr. Football in a Madden game, would anybody be like, wow? People would just be like, yeah, that's fair. After the top like 15 or so, I think it's so hard to rank. I think a lot of people are in a tier of their own. I could just think, and again, I have my own like personal views on it. I can think of people who if I had to play, I'd be like, yeah, I'm probably gonna lose this game. I'm gonna give it my best shot, but I'm not an idiot. I can try to recognize. I would say most of these people are in a tier of their own. I would say Astro had like an amazing year, but it's for lack of a better word, it's just 1 year, and he knows. He did have a pretty good year in terms of he did great in Madden Bowl, and then was it every tournament he made the play-in game, which obviously would arguably say like, oh, he can't like finish, I guess, but I don't know. I felt like if you make it to what was his tournament standings? What was Astro's tournament standings this year? Bobby beat Mr. Football in a tournament. Yeah, and like even like down here, it's like I don't know. I think Bobby's solid at the game. Also, I will say this, and I'll stand my ground on this. Now Fitz is usually the butt end of a joke. This is Fitz Magic down here. He is good at winning games. Him being down here is stupid. I will stand by that. Him being down here is stupid. Jaybird being below user is very stupid as well. J-Rasm should be in here too. I think it's extremely dumb. What tier makes a living wage from Madden? Over just 1 year, or like over the course of 5 years? Because none of them. No.